れたものはいつか思い出すはずでしょう。消えた夢の影を探した寂しさの答え儚さを愛触れてた風に流れて僕は君を愛せていたか少し気づくことが遅すぎダウンですから消えてゆく明日さえも崩れ落ちてゆく何もないここで一人きりいつかまた最後の日を迎えられてみれまた生まれ落ちた君が望む日
I ain't gonna keep telling them. Stop playing with me. Damn, feel me?
A few moments later.
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm here to talk about this crazy incident that took place at the Houston Galleria.
Well. I guess I'm gonna do a reaction
where this black shoplifter, he was trying to run from the police, and when you look at the picture, you the first thing you assume, oh, you feel bad. You look, he seems like the victim. Now, it's one thing if someone made him do it, but he literally decided to jump from the second floor of the Galleria onto the ice skating rink.
This dumb jumped from the second or third floor in the Galleria to the ice, running from the laws.
and broke both his legs.
Bro, both his look at his legs.
And this is a first for me. I never knew that there are malls that have like ice skating rinks inside, so this is a first for me to see that. So of course, again, it would come off as a surprise. His attempt at escaping didn't make any sense, because from what I understand, I assume he was like stealing a pair of glasses. But let me get straight to the point, you guys. If you are being confronted by the police and they demand that you come with them, just turn yourself in, honestly, because it's not gonna end well if you try to run from law enforcement.
A shoplifter's escape plan hit a slippery slope at the Galleria on Sunday. Houston police say the man jumped from the second floor down onto the ice rink. He was seriously hurt, and video from the moments after has since gone viral on social media.
Whether you're being accused or not, you can always try to provide your side of the story and basically bring proof about your innocence. One thing I do notice, I understand this doesn't really apply to skin color, but I see this way too often where there's just too many black people that when they get confronted by the police, they always feel like they have to run. I'm not trying to sound like a race traitor or anything, but your best bet, you guys, anybody that decides to run from the police, honestly, just literally go in with them and act calm.
Yeah, Alex Hour Gage Golding is chatting with the man behind the camera who saw the whole thing happen.
He jumped from the top, landing straight on ice, bro. I seen the Zamboni coming out to clear the ice, and then I just see somebody fall.
And hate to say it, but you're gonna have to let them detain you, so they can question you, and whatever charges that are brought up against you, you're gonna have to take it in with law enforcement. If you are guilty.
But this was no accident. The guy laying on the ice skating rink here at the Galleria Mall meant to jump down here. It was all part of his ice-cold getaway plan. Houston police say he just stole from a store in the mall around 2 in the afternoon on Sunday.
But I can understand in the situation if the cops are being very hostile, they like immediately decide to pull their gun and shoot them. I can understand at that point you'd be scared for your life and you'd have no choice but to run. But in this case, we don't know whether, because again, I don't have full context whether the police were pulling guns on him in the beginning. That's only if it happens at the very beginning, and they don't want to talk to you or question you or like demand that you come with them.
At some point, while being chased by police, the suspect jumping over this glass barrier and onto the ice skating rink down below, breaking both of his legs.
As soon as he fell, he tried to get up. And I guess he noticed his legs were broken. He screamed, "My legs are broken." I'm like,
he screamed that.
He screamed. He's like, "My legs are broken." I'm like, well, duh, obviously, right?
But it's never gonna end well. So I don't know what, I'm pretty sure dude didn't really have the money to afford what he was stealing. Because why else would he do that? Because again, he clearly has on video like showing off his glasses. So that tells me that. He mostly, I think the reason the police were able to figure him out, he most likely was probably posting videos of himself, pictures on social media with him like literally wearing the stolen glasses. That's one thing that it makes me think that could also be reason. But at the same time, most obviously they most likely had surveillance and they caught him in the act of doing it.
Oh my God. Bro, tripping.
I don't know why he thought he was gonna make that landing whatsoever.
This is just the latest crime in the Galleria area in the recent weeks. That's including 3 different shootings in or around the mall over the last month or so.
I think it's about like what you do when you outside. If you go to a bad area, bad things gonna happen.
And again, it's like, I don't know how anybody would even, like, that's the one thing I will never understand. It's like, if whether you don't know whether it's on camera, trust and believe when you go inside of a store, always be cautious that there might be surveillance around you. And they're watching everything that you do in their store, because at the end of the day, they're trying to protect their property. I will add that chances are the employees, they're not going to chase you, but the first thing they do is going to call the police, or they're going to like call security, and then security is going to detain them, and then the police is going to have to take you into custody. The employees, they're fully aware that they can't go after these thieves. They can't run after them, because there's a chance they might end up risking going to jail. They might they don't want to take that risk at all, because they're risking lives. Who even knows? Who knows? It might even be a lot worse. The person that they may be chasing may have concealed carry, and they might pull a gun and then take their life. Who knows, you guys? So as much as you, honestly, even if I'm working for the store, my life, I would say I would protect my life more than the store itself.
I mean, the Galleria is a place like I don't necessarily feel the safest when I come. I would not bring my kids over here.
Because to be honest, because if my manager, if my boss is gonna be angry at the fact that I try to help them out and try to retrieve the stolen items, trust me, they're not gonna give me any credit for it. The first thing they're gonna do is terminate my position, and they're gonna say thank you for your service, and they're not gonna want me back. Because why in the hell would why would I want my employment to be terminated, all for the sake of trying to protect a store that only wants me to help them make money, like that, and don't even really care about like whether I do them a huge favor or not. Because even all that you've done for them, even when the amount of days you work for them, and for regardless how long is that, they're still gonna seek you someone who's expendable, because they can always replace you for somebody else. So at the same time, that's why these employees don't feel like it's worth chasing after these thieves, because they know how it's gonna end for them. Either the person's gonna pull a gun, take their life, or their employment is gonna be terminated, and they're gonna have to find another job.
Houston police got that guy from the ice and took him to the hospital with serious injuries. They do have charges pending both for theft and for evading police. It's only after those charges are formally filed that they release his name. At the Galleria, Gage Golding, KBRC2 News.
But going back to the thief, honestly, I don't really again, it's very hard to understand this mindset. Running from the police is never a smart move unless they haven't seen your face yet. Pretty sure they pretty much got the opportunity to do that, and the moment they notice who you are, you're done at that point. That's when you pretty much hand yourself to the police. And some people feel like it's an L to literally let the police take them in and stuff, but that's your only option. The thing is, you commit the crime, so you might as well do the time. But the thing is, though, is like, if you didn't want to be approached by police, people should really think about it before they actually commit the crime, because the moment that comes into play, then they have every right to be involved and make sure that the victim in itself gets some sort of justice at the end. And it's not just for stealing. I'm talking about whether it be like violence, again, like whether it be assault, RAPE, slander and defamation, again, all sorts of things regarding crimes that really basically cause trauma to other people or affect their personal life. So that's why police have every right to be involved and ensure that not only for the safety of the community, but that people can be able to live their life in peace and that they can go on about their day without the disturbance of others.
Until then, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No more talk.
But overall, I feel like I said enough for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.
Linger bright, 蘇る